I grew up a gay boy in North Mississippi in the 1990s. I survived the South, I survived the silence, I survived the shame, and in the process, I became a survivor of the two epidemics that wreaked havoc on the gay community, the AIDS epidemic and the meth epidemic. I wrote a gritty, honest memoir about that life and that survival called Shards of Hope, a tweaker witch's journey. But sometimes reality is too jagged to hold. Sometimes you have to melt the shards down and forge them into something else. So I took the addiction and I turned it into a song of power. I took the trauma and I turned it into a Monochrome Kingdom. And I took the survival and I turned it into a fairy tale. I translated my life into a dark fantasy allegory called the Shards of Color Trilogy. Find Your Colors is the podcast and publication where we peel back the curtain. I'm going to show you the true story behind the fantasy. We're going to talk about the way society pathologizes our differences. We're going to talk about the architectural reality behind the allegory of the mythology. And we're going to talk about the psychological structure of the cosmology. I am Jeff B. White. This is the story of Blushborn, A Fated Quest, and Echoes of Foreshadow. This is the story about a boy named Jethron Fry. He is a source of forbidden color and feelings, surviving a world that wants him dead. I found him hidden underneath the pages of my own story. He was born in the spaces between the notes in the song of my life. By finding him, I found more of myself than I ever knew existed, and he showed me that although it might be fantasy, he exists no matter what. Find Your Colors is the bridge between his story and mine. I'm building a community for the people who understand both the grit and the glitter. So join me before the books hit the shelves, and let's explore the world of Even here together. If you like your fantasy a little dark and your reality a little honest, then you might like this podcast. Find Your Colors is a reader and listener supported podcast and publication. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at findyourcolors.substack.com. So be sure to follow, subscribe, and consider becoming a free or paid member. And make sure to tell your friends. Now let's go. Let's find your colors.